So about 5:30 this morning, I-95 south, exit 15 in Norwalk, there was a bad crash, took place under the bridge. It involved a tractor-trailer truck, it involved a fuel truck, it involved a passenger automobile. Thank God, no serious injuries. But it has resulted in the closing of I-95 north and south. And that is incredible in terms of the traffic jams and what's happening there. Here we are at the Emergency Operations Center. They've already sent out a text alert to everybody from Port Chester to Bridgeport, stay away from that area. We've given a notice to all the trucking companies and others, take I-87 if you can, or I-84 as alternatives. I-84 is an alternative. Rail is going, or good day to work from home if you have that opportunity. What we're doing right now is we got Renell Higgins here, and what we're doing with the state police, it's going to be a couple hours to investigate exactly what happened in this accident. You know, there we've got Eversource down there in terms of utilities, and we're also looking at structural damage to the bridge. These are three pieces we have to get clarified before we can figure out what next steps are, how and when we might be able to open up I-95 in one direction and see what the timing of that is. They'll be here to, you know, relay that. I can just tell you that I have talked to Secretary Pete Buttigieg, called immediately, the Fed standing by, Mayor Harry Rilling down in Norwalk, and what they're doing. We got the operations center set up there. I know what an incredible inconvenience this is for people, and all I can ask you to do is stay away from that area as best you can. The traffic jams are horrendous. We're on this right now. We're going to have a real update within the next 3 or 4 hours, say at 1:30 or so. We'll know at that point in terms of utility wires and structural, and a better idea of how we can proceed from there. With that, I'd like to introduce somebody you know, Paul Rizzo, who's chief here at Highway Ops, to give you a further update.
Thank you, Governor. Good morning. As the governor stated, traffic is really a nightmare down there, so we encourage the public to avoid the area, utilize I-84 up to the Mass Pike as an alternate, also use public transportation if possible. We currently have 95 shut down in both directions. We're working with the city of Norwalk to reroute traffic around the city streets, and we have detours set up on I-95 to get the traffic around the incident. ctroads.org is live traffic information that we encourage the public to use. We will be signing on our variable message signs up and down Connecticut, through New York, and through into Rhode Island. We've been in contact with all surrounding states, and they are also using their signs to notify traffic of the incident.
Well, Scott?
Introduce Scott Hill. He's the chief engineer for the Department of Transportation.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Just want to stress that the bridge is stable. We need to finish the police investigation to get into actually look at the bridge. We have our state bridge engineer on its way down there. We have people on the site. The bridge is stable and safe. Certainly, we're not going to let local traffic over it. What we have is the utilities hanging down, and we have to figure out the status of utilities. Utility companies are on site. We need to get the utilities out of the way. There is damage to the bridge, so I want to make sure everybody knows that. We don't know how extensive yet, but it's not a collapse issue, and the area is safe. Once we figure out how much damage is done to the bridge, gasoline can really heat up and heat the bridge up and cause the steel to deform. Once we figure out everything that's associated with the safety of the traveling public and what we can and can't do, we'll get more updates to you. And we anticipate we'll have more around 1:30, 2 o'clock, like the governor said. But at this point, I don't have any more information to provide to you. Thank you.
Renell?
Good morning, everyone. Lots been said already. I will say this. I want to first and foremost thank the first responders this morning that responded to this accident. There is an investigation that is going on right now. The crash analysis investigation team, they are working hard right now along with the truck squad. This is a very complex accident. So they're out there working right now in close contact, in collaboration with the Department of Transportation and DEEP and all of our other partners. So they're out there, they're working right now. Again, there were no fatalities, very minor injuries to report right now. If I could just continue to stress, as the governor has said, use our rails, use alternate routes, I-87, I-84, in those individuals who can, please avoid the area, work from home if you're able to do so. Thank you.
All right, we'll take questions.
Thanks, everybody.
Quick question, Governor, if you don't mind. You know, the catch basin system runs along 95, will drain to the Norwalk Harbor. I guess the fact that one of these tractor trailers had 8,500 gallons of gasoline, and how big is the concern that some of that runoff, the oil, the gasoline, could eventually end up in the harbor?
You guys want to take that?
All right, Director Turner can take it.
Yeah.
Can address that if you want.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is William Turner. I'm the State Emergency Management Director here in Connecticut. Our Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, the State Hazardous Response Team, is on site as well as the local hazmat team. We know there's 8,500 gallons of gasoline on the tanker. About 6,500 gallons have either burned off or run off, as well as the foam that was used to suppress the fire. That has gone into the Norwalk River, so there's a separate hazardous materials operation to contain that and do a cleanup. So there's a booming operation underway along the Norwalk River to contain and clean up that material, as well as vac trucks are standing by on site to offload the remaining gasoline that remains in the tanker truck.
And sorry, what agencies are dealing with that cleanup right now in the river?
So it's the local hazardous response team, as well as Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, as well as their contractors that they use for the cleanup and mitigation. So.
Do we know how many people were in these three vehicles?
Look through.
Right now, I'm not sure of that answer.
Yeah, we'll have to follow up on that. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
mhm. Any other questions?
Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So.